movement or the meta movement on YouTube. So I like to come live and make connections with you guys, do some live readings, teach you a little bit about spirituality. Today we're going to focus on the sacral chakra and creativity and any blocks, and kind of talk a little bit about defense mechanisms and like how they're created. Maybe we can recognize a few in us so that we can get over some of those blocks associated with our sacral chakra. So if you guys are just joining us, I see a few of you guys just coming in. Hello, my name is Katie Maike. I'm a psychic medium and intuitive life coach. I have a master's in sports psychology and another in behavioral analysis. At one point in my life, I was going to become a sex therapist. I was going to get my doctorate in sex therapy. Maybe that's still possible because I feel so drawn to this sacral chakra and the fact that it can really destroy your life. It can create some crazy behaviors when you have relationships that go bad in the past, or even possible like trauma that gets passed down ancestrally, maybe through your grandparents to your own parents and then over to you. So welcome guys. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. Say hey. Let me know where you're from. My name is Katie Maike and I'm going to do some free readings for you guys today. We're going to get messages from spirit. I have a lot of metaphysical education. I'm going to talk to you guys about your sacral chakra, how to tell if it's overactive, underactive, what you can do to balance it, try to help get over some of that trauma from your past. So that, it's about like the free-flowing energy of love in relationships and being like your true self and really understanding like the essence of love. And I'm not talking about the heart chakra. I'm talking about like the relationships in our past, their blocks in our sacral chakra can keep us from experiencing true love. So, hey guys from Pennsylvania and Texas, Sweden and South Carolina, hello. How are you? No, I'm not a fraud or a scammer. My name's Katie Maike. I have a master's in sports psychology, another in behavioral analysis. So I am a psychic medium and I'm also an intuitive life coach. So I did a lot of my work in college with athletes, and we did study the effects of imagery and how imagery can actually trick your body into experiencing actual physical workouts. So I kind of took what I knew from that area of my life and I brought it into spirituality and manifesting our true destiny and our true life purpose and everything we want in life. So I feel that we all have the ability to do that, and I'm here to help you and empower you and bring everything that you want should be right at your fingertips. Okay, it shouldn't be something that feels unattainable. Okay, so we're gonna learn about that today. All right, from Ohio. Hello from Egypt. Hi guys, thank you so much for being here. From Scotland. Awesome. Hi guys. How are you? I see you guys. There's a lot of new people in here. Hello. Hello. How are you guys? All right, I'm gonna get some water. Hello. How are you? Let's see. Oh, goodness. Is it Wednesday? It's hump day. The full moon's coming shortly, I think on the 16th. So, all right. So we are going to go over, hello. I'm going to do some readings. I think I'm going to start off by doing some free readings for you guys. My hair is beautifully blonde. Oh my God, you guys want to hear a trick? You guys want to know a trick I'm about to reveal? Something to you that's going to save you a shit ton of money if you like blonde hair and you like run out of that purple shampoo. Okay. Oh my gosh. You just had someone reach out to you as me. Well, it is not me. I'm right here. And I'm sure you're watching. Scammers, I see you. I know you're in here. Okay, remember, I'm psychic. I watch you every day. My people watch you every day. Okay? All right. Can I speak to pets who have passed away? Yes, I can. Wait, can you... What are you talking about? You're so funny. Okay. Let's see. You need a reading. Well, okay. Throughout this 2 hours, I will be doing free readings from your spirit guides, messages that you need to know. So I'm an energy reader. So what that means is when I call your name, I can I get visions about you, about things that you do, things on your mind, and then I kind of correlate it to the messages that I receive on the oracle cards. Okay, so I don't know. Do I have any mods in here? Any mods? Hello, hello. Let's see. All right, awesome. So let's see. I just need a few moderators just because I think I don't know what it is. Like just like relationships, we attract our own trauma. We attract, when we get into relationships, we're attracting someone that's going to show us what we need to heal. And I feel like a lot of the times people fall into these lives. Oh my gosh, there's 222 likes right now. People fall into these lives and they're so nasty. And like today we're going to talk about projection. This is one of the defense mechanisms. So I'm so happy that these people have kind of fell in here. And like projection is a defense mechanism for pain and trauma that is inside of you. So it is really important for us to identify not only defense mechanisms within ourselves, but within other people so that we know when it's not really us. Okay? All right. So let's get into some readings first because I feel like I want to use this Moonology Oracle deck. If any of you guys are interested in any of the decks or the products that you see here today, I have a link in my bio on Instagram, and it'll be up here on TikTok as well after my live. But if you're interested in finding these products like right now, head over to Instagram, and the link with all of my ref links for all the products and all the decks that I'm using today, those will be up there for you. But the link that you see under my bio now, that is how you get a personalized reading from me. So I think actually what I'm going to do right now for you guys, so I have a code. It's LOVE10 will get you 10% off of Hey Hero readings all month of February. And right now my rates are at $22. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower them to $16, and I'm also going to let you guys use the that 10% off code with the $16 special. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm on my tablet in front of you, and I'm lowering the TikTok special to $16. So whatever, you can ask anything in the TikTok special. We are going to do readings here, but if you don't receive a reading here, you want an extended reading or something more specific, okay, head to the link in my bio, click on it. It's a Hey Hero, which is a third party I work for, because there's so many scammers that are going to message you on Instagram and TikTok and say that they're drawn to you. Please give me a reading, or please give me your money for a reading. That is not me. Okay, so I'm working through Hey Hero right now is the link, and when you'll go on there, you'll see TikTok special. It'll say $16, and then you can also use the code LOVE10 to get another 10% off. Okay, so let's do some free readings now, but at any time during these 2 hours, I'll leave this for $16, and then when I'm done my 2-hour live, then it'll go back to the normal price. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is throughout this live, just double tap on that screen. If you want to, just right now, double tap on my third eye. So yeah, anytime you guys want to double tap on my third eye and connect our energies, go right ahead. That will give this live some likes, okay? And all you have to do is say your name. Just say your name. I connect with people through their names. So if you say your name on here, I will intuitively be drawn to a name, and I pick it, and we go from there, okay? So I'll be doing this throughout the entire 2 hours. So if you got a lead, come back and find me. I'll be doing this throughout the 2 hours, and then I'll fill some time in with some education about sacral chakras, defense mechanisms, how we can recognize them and kind of heal our chakras so that we can, it's really about getting everything that we want in life, money, what we're deserving of, how we create relationships with money, with people, with anything like that. If you feel like money's not coming in for you, sacral chakra block. Okay, so we're going to go over that. So Rhonda, I saw your name in here, Rhonda, so I'm going to draw a card for you. So I'm also clairvoyant when I say your name. Sometimes I get pictures, and for some reason, just Rhonda, I see you at the stove. Like you're just standing kind of at the stove. You don't really seem too happy. Expect powerful change. So I don't know if this has to do with your home. I don't know if this has to do with the inside of your home, or you just kind of almost seem kind of depressed in going through the same motions. So if you're looking for something new, if you've kind of been stuck in this rut now, remember, famous Jim Carrey says this all the time. When you are depressed, it's your body's way of telling you that you need deep rest from the person that you currently have become. Now, just because whoever you are in the moment doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means that for the next step in your life, you can't be this person anymore. So this is kind of what I feel, is that there is powerful change coming in your life. And if you've felt like it's been very monotonous and it hasn't been changing, get ready, because it's about to. All right, Rhonda? Okay, thank you so much, Rhonda. All right, messages from your angels. Kaylee, I saw your name on there, Kaylee. I see a lot of you guys, so keep saying your names. I'll get to it, and double tap on my third eye whenever you want to feel connected to me. Maybe it'll help me find you or get connected or drawn in. Who knows? I'm not saying it will, but you never know, right? Okay, Kaylee. All right, this is your North Node card, Kaylee. This is telling you to step out into the new, step out of your comfort zone. I feel like when we think this, when we say to ourselves, oh my God, I have to connect to a place that is not in my comfort zone, what do I do? Like, how is that going to feel? How do I even do that? Do I just completely take a leap of faith? The answer is no. You came to this earth with really good skills, with creative skills, with whatever those are, specific combination to you. And whether you're outgoing or you're artistic or you have good hand-eye coordination, it could be anything. Those skills that you are naturally good at, now you have to bring them into a new area of your life. And you have to do so with confidence, because the new is scary, yes, but I do feel like your skills in this new area, it's almost like meshing two things that have never been meshed before and creating something completely new. Our lives, that's our goal, is to mesh all the pieces of us together into something that is unique so that we stand out. And by using your astrology, you can do this yourself, guys. You can go to astrocharts.com. You can look up your astrology chart. You can look up your North Node, and your North Node tells you where you have to go. It tells you, take my comfort zone, which is my South Node in whatever house and energy. For example, I have a South Node in the 12th house with a Libra energy, and I'm supposed to take that spirituality and shaman energy of the we and kind of bring it into more of the me in the daily life of the 6th house and health and wellness and stuff like that, which is what I'm doing here. I'm bringing you all aspects of life in a metaphysical way so that you can feel healthy and good. All right. So here we go. I hope that helped, Kaylee. Marley, I saw you on there, Marley. Message for you. Oh, you're so welcome, Kaylee. Marley, message for you, Marley. Okay, a personal issue is going to reach a resolution. So it's almost like the universe is telling you right now to just let it go. Step back, release that energy of needing to know. Okay? That's like how we create the biggest anxiety in our life, is like needing to know how things will end up. And what we do is we come up with every single scenario that's possible, every bad scenario that's possible, and then we try to be okay with the worst scenario so that with whatever happens that we're okay with. But you know damn well that when you do that, whatever ends up happening is something that you didn't imagine. It's never what you imagined. And I don't know why that is. And maybe it's because we think of things that have happened in the past or think of things that happen to other people, and then we use those fears and be okay with those fears so that with whatever happens, we're not disappointed. I don't know the psychology behind that, but it sounds like we just need to let go in order to just experience life instead of experiencing anxiety on a daily basis. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for joining. I see some new people in here. My name's Katie Maike. I'm a psychic medium and intuitive life coach. I have a master's in sports psychology and another in behavioral analysis. And today I'm doing some free card readings. I'm doing paid readings. If you would like a personalized reading for you, just click the link in my bio. It'll take you to Hey Hero. Use the code LOVE10. It will get you 10% off, and there's already a $16 TikTok special. So that's a pretty cool deal if you're looking for something new. And there's also about 100 reviews on there. If you're looking to just be like, okay, is this girl legit? Go look at all the reviews. There's all over the place, people's opinions about their readings. So, you can, I'll be transparent in that. All right, Kayla, message for you for Kayla. Okay, thank you so much for the roses, guys. Thank you, Kayla. Surrender to the divine. I feel like that's an energy for a lot of us. It's like, I do feel like your psyche is pulling in a lot of messages for you about what you need to heal. Kayla, you are being shown on a daily basis. You're being triggered on a daily basis of what you need to heal. And I feel like you're fearing that it's going to happen in the future, but you need to just see that you're being triggered because of something in the past. Okay, it's weird. It's like when I see you see this trigger, you fear that it's going to happen. You're putting these signs together and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I see this, I see this, I see this. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. And you're getting anxious about it. And you need to like step back a little bit of thinking it's going to happen in the future and be like, oh, this is triggering me to heal something from the past. A lot of us need to do this, guys. A lot of us get triggered on the daily and think that it's something that's going to happen in the future. I've had a lot of clients who get triggered thinking that they're going to die, their kids are going to die. And on a daily basis, everything makes them think of death or that someone's going to die or get lost or stolen or whatever the case may be. And that is triggering them to heal something from childhood. Someone must have said something to them in childhood. They must have come from a household where it was very fear-based parenting. And it's very possible that a parent saying something over and over again can get stuck in your head, and it can really psychologically make you believe and pair two things together, that if you do this, then this will happen. And you subconsciously believe that. So we need to get rid of that. We need to figure out where in our lives that the origin of that behavior or defense mechanism came from. All right, Tori, I see you, Tori, Tori. All right. Tori, prosperity lies ahead. So I do, what else can I say except that you have some good luck coming your way. And this is in the Taurus new moon energy. So I'm going to tell you that this good news coming your way is just a beginning. Okay, I feel like this is a beginning. I don't feel like this is like good news of something that you've been waiting for. So it just might be something that you that's unexpected. But I do feel like it's something that's going to come fast. Okay, so just be on the lookout for that. All right. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I see everyone's names in the comments. Thank you. If you would like a personalized reading, click the link in my bio. Use the code LOVE10. So I have a $16 TikTok special right now, and then you can use the code LOVE10 to get an extra 10% off of that. I do have other readings available on there, spirituality, mediumship, so you can use that code as well on there. All right. Say, who's next? Sabrina. Okay, I'm going to switch decks here. All right, Sabrina. Woo. So you guys having a great time? It's hump day. I love hump day. That's why I'm doing the sacral chakra. Okay, today we are talking about the sacral chakra, and we're talking about the blocks that it kind of creates in our lives and how to unblock that, like what it looks like when your sacral chakra is blocked and how to go back and try to figure out what those traumas were. It's all about acceptance, people. All right, girl. So you're getting tiger's eye, overcome your fears. And this is directly related to the sacral chakra. So there are some fears, and I feel like they were presented to you by adults. This does go back to childhood. And I honestly feel like these fears, like you might even behave in a way that is fearful or has anxiety attached to it, and you actually didn't even experience anything really. Like you might have had the anxiety beforehand, and I feel like this is inherent in your family. Like I'm getting grandmother. Okay, so this is a fear that is not your fear. It's not legit, but you have the ability to heal it because it's not really yours. It's not really your fear. Okay? Oh, goodness. Gosh, that sacral chakra can really do some damage. Okay, like let's talk about sacral chakra. This is right here in your pelvis. It's about like a hand length underneath your belly button. Okay, and if you're someone who curls up a lot, you feel uncomfortable laying flat on your back, or maybe your legs kind of just like hanging out to the side, you feel uncomfortable like that. Maybe you're someone who has a lot of back pain, someone who has a lot of menstrual cramps. This could be a sign that you have blocks in your sacral chakra, and this could be due to trauma. This could be due to actual trauma, or it could be due to trauma that was just passed down. So for example, my grandmother was she was married, but she didn't consent to every experience she had with her husband. We'll just put it that way. And she has a lot of trauma from that. And a majority of the children she had were a result from non-consensual experiences. So she had 7 children, and honestly, I want to say probably maybe 6 out of the 7 came from a traumatic experience. So that pain or that trauma of her sacral chakra was then now passed down to my mother, whether she realized it or not, and then passed down to me. So maybe menstrual cramps run in your family, or heavy periods run in your family, or lower back pain runs in your family. There is energy that is attached to that can be traced back into your ancestry. So if you're stuck with, oh my gosh, I've had this lower back pain for a majority of my life and I have no idea why, and nobody can pinpoint it, and it might be ancestral. And maybe going back and talking with your mom or your grandmother, or even just trying to ask your spirit guides to show you where it came from, that can really help you to identify what exactly it is that we need to get rid of. What experience do we need to detach from our own energy that kind of was placed on us because of our birth order? Okay? All right, let me see. Let me see. Marley, did you say, let me see. Marley, did you say I need a personal reading? I missed what you said. Okay. Now I was just saying hi to a few people that were coming in, but if you would like a personalized reading, just click the link in my bio. It'll pop up here. You'll see a blue arrow, and just click on that link. It'll take you to a very secure site that I work with that verifies my identity. It's called Hey Hero, and they have a support system and everything. If anything ever goes wrong, it's the security of the website. They have a great security and payment system. So you'll submit your reading. You'll use the code LOVE10 to save another 10%, and then you'll get a video response back sent in your email. Anytime you log back into Hey Hero, all your video responses will be kept in one area. Okay? So let's talk about, remember yesterday we talked about how to visualize your sacral chakra. So right now I want you guys to close your eyes, and you're going to picture a flower. I want you to picture a lotus flower spinning clockwise. Okay? I see some red flowers on there, or what are those? Some red ladybugs. Picture red, and I want you to picture it spinning just down here from your uterus, or if you don't have a uterus, from your lower belly button area, for your pelvic area, okay? And I want you to picture spinning red light. And I want you to, it can look like a cyclone, it can look like a tornado, it can look just like just a pinwheel, but I want you to see how it's wobbling. And for myself, I'm literally, I can't lie to you right now and say that my root chakra is balanced, because I'm getting like a circle, and then I get this like little wonky thing on the side, which is telling me that there's something kind of hanging on to my root chakra that's almost ready to fall off, almost like a petal that's ready to fall off. But for me, I'm like, okay, what is this? Sacral chakra. What is this in my sacral chakra that I need to get rid of? Okay, so what do you guys if any of you feel like yours is spinning really close together, here's some symptoms maybe that you are experiencing with an underactive or overactive sacral chakra. So just listen for a second, listen to these symptoms, and see if you can resonate with any of these, okay? And maybe saying, okay, yeah, I see that there are a lot of scammers. You guys make sure that you do not send money to anyone. I work with third-party companies like Snipfeed, Hey Hero, Memo, and these are all third-party companies. I don't use PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, okay? Never send gift cards. Don't send me gift cards, okay? I'm so sorry that I have to say that, all right? What is going on? I see someone saying, please block me. Yeah, just report any page that's not mine. Okay, that's all you can do, and you can use your best judgment, right? Kids are stealing from me now? What does that mean? Block you? I don't understand why you want me to block you. What if you just leave? I'm so confused. Hi guys, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. All right, sorry for the silence. I'm trying to figure this out. Someone's telling me to block them. This is kind of weird. All right, guys. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. If you guys figure it out. All right. Okay. Yeah, I already know like what happens basically now. Scammers are looking at who follows me, and then they're making accounts with your faces on them, and then they're commenting on other posts or my posts for you to go find other people, or sending those comments and tagging other people who are scammers. So I mean, guys, this is something that we're just going to have to live with. I just feel like this is karma. Karma will come back, and my stomach karma will come back even legally, because technically this is a legal activity. And legally, my lawyers contacted TikTok, and they have to release those names. I have all the screenshots of people. And it's more about when people send me the screenshots of scammers actually getting the money from them and how they're asking them. So that's all I need to know. And it will end. My angels tell me it will. So I just believe that I'm doing the right thing and I'm taking the right steps right now. And that's all, I can do, and just hope to make more connections with you guys. And by making the connection with you guys, you'll know how to get a hold of me, how to get in touch with me. Unfortunately, we have gone past the era of you being able to use PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App when it comes to most any transaction with someone you don't know, even PayPal. Okay, just even be careful with that. Okay. All right. So I was talking about sacral chakra. Let's talk a little bit about underactive symptoms. Okay, so if you feel emotional or unemotional, unexcited, like you can't get emotional about something. If you wonder why you can't get emotional, your sacral chakra is underactive. You've blocked your emotions. Basically, you are blocking your emotions from experiencing them. You might feel like a lack of desire or passion. Maybe you don't want to create anything. Maybe you don't want to try new things. Okay. If you are kind of guarded a lot of the time and you look for the worst in people regularly, or you pinpoint maybe someone wants a date with you and they say something that irks you the wrong way, and you're like, oh, I'm just going to use that as, that's a sign right away. Boom. See you later. Like you kind of use really, maybe small details to like push stuff away really easily. Maybe you feel insecure about certain things on your body. Maybe you feel insecure about certain parts of your personality. Maybe you have a hard time expressing yourself. Maybe you feel insecure about the clothes that you wear, or you don't feel good in the clothes that you wear. Sometimes I've said like a lack of emotions, but it's really like a detachment from your emotions. You could even feel shy or timid. I feel like majority of my life I felt shy and timid, and boy was I right. I had probably the biggest sacral chakra block that I could ever imagine. And when we talk about defense mechanisms like repressed memories, I was like, I'm the poster child for repressed memories, and I'll talk about what those are in just a little bit. So in an underactive symptoms, maybe you are experiencing like sexual repression, meaning like you're not interested in it at all. Like you just don't care about it. There's no desire for it in any way, even if you have a partner or not. So okay, yeah, we're talking about sacral chakra. These can still stem a little bit from the root chakra, so you will see like an overlay of some things from the root to the sacral chakra. But yeah, we're talking about the sacral chakra, relationships. We're talking about it's that bright orange. One of your chakras is kind of right below the belly button. Now, some people may have an overactive root chakra. These people might overindulge in food. They might have a lot of sexual activity, overstimulation with no emotional connection. Maybe they are overly ambitious on things. Maybe they are very dramatic. Okay. Maybe you feel overly emotional. Maybe you just can't control your emotions. Like someone's singing on TV or wins the lottery and you're like, oh my God, I just don't know why I'm crying. It's so happy. Like, those are symptoms of overactive. If you're hypersensitive, lower back pain is also a sign of overactive sacral chakra. Feeling frustrated easily and often frustrated. Okay. These are all signs of anything that I said. This means that you need some work done on your sacral chakra, okay? Now let's do some readings. I'm going to invite some ideas about the sacral chakra to be displayed in the readings that we do now for you guys. And then when we come back, I'm going to tell you how to, what does it look like in your daily life? Like what are the defense mechanisms that you create due to trauma and imbalances in your sacral chakra? And you're going to want to know this because that's how I started to identify one of the biggest repressed memories that I had from as a child. And it does have to do with an ongoing sexual assault. So there was memories that were repressed. And when we talk about repressed memories, these are memories that we kind of hide in our subconscious mind because they're so stricken with guilt that we just dump them there. Like they automatically go there. It's an automatic defense mechanism. We almost don't even have to think about it. And they're usually memories that go completely against societal norms. They impose a lot of guilt on the person. So we'll get into that in just a minute. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'll do a few readings for you with my Dark Goddess deck. You have repressed memories bad and the fear you were talking about. Well, yes, there is so much fear with experiencing again that trauma. And that's why, that's why the sacral chakra, there are so many psychics on TikTok. I know. And honestly, the reason that there are so many psychics on TikTok is because this is so easy to connect with people. And right now, we have a hard time out in the world connecting with people. So I do think this is another great option. Now, when you have fear that is causing the main blocks in your sacral chakra, the fear is coming from an intimidation from childhood. It's coming from a repetitive bullying nature of another individual, someone that imposed fear on you, whether it was fear-based parenting or fear of speaking about what happened or, what will happen to your family if you say this, this, and this. So any threats that we were given as children, whether they were like verbal or not. So anything where an adult tried to show dominance in our lives, to dominate us somehow, whether it was with fear, with an action, with words, that is going to directly reflect our behavior and our sacral chakra, okay? So let's do some readings for you. I'm going to use this Dark Goddess deck. If you guys want to use this deck, I'll have the link of today's decks and all the other products that are used, Dark Goddess. That's already up in my link, okay? So here we go. I'm going to do Chrissy. Okay, so I'm getting trickery for you. I'm going to make sure there's no nudity on this before I show this. Trickery. Okay, so this is telling me that you need to go back and see where you're manipulated in the past. And I do even feel like it comes into your life in other places, like in relationships. And it's not like a manipulation, like in a bad way, like you're thinking, oh my gosh, I've been manipulated. It's more of like making people getting you to help them or do things for them in a way that sounds kind or sounds harmless, but they do so in a way that almost it kind of tricks you into doing it. Like, I don't feel like you get enough out of this or out of these relationships. So let's say in a dating relationship, I'm just going to use this example of like, oh, I've had a hard day. You don't want to rub my shoulders. And it's almost like a guilt or a trickery way of getting you to do things or, and it always comes out, I feel like, in relationships where you're putting in more effort than the other person. And I feel like this comes back from childhood. It comes back from you trying to find ways to get approval from parents, from elders, from people by being seen, try to be seen. So you recognize easily what it is that other people need or want, and you can give that easily. But what you're doing is you're forgetting about yourself, and people have learned to manipulate that in you. Okay? Whew. All right, guys, if you're just joining in, I'm Katie Maike. I'm a psychic medium and intuitive life coach. I would like for you to double tap on my third eye right here. Go ahead, just double tap on my third eye, everyone. Double, triple. I'll send you some energy and some good vibes. Thank you. Thank you. Today we are going over sacral chakra mostly. I'm doing some free readings now, but if you want to guarantee a reading, I have $16 readings. Link is in my bio. And use the code LOVE10. That'll get you an extra 10% off. I have 22.2 thousand likes. Thank you so much, you guys. That's just from you double tapping on my third eye. That's all you had to do is double tap on my third eye, and that gets this live some likes. So at any time you feel drawn to doing that, please do so. All right, here we go. Smiley. I don't know if that's your name or you just wrote that, but I was connected to it, and so I'm going to do a reading for you. Okay. So I get deliverance, and it feels like, to me, there's this energy of you just succeeding. Like, it's almost like there was a lot of pressure for you to succeed, but like when you stood out a little too much, it was kind of a bad thing. Okay. And even standing out in a bad way, was standing out too much. And I honestly feel like there was a lot of people around you in your life that were afraid of your success because it would draw attention to them in some way. And I'm not really sure if you can resonate with this. I don't know. Like, I'm seeing family dynamics, but I'm seeing siblings too. So I don't know if like a parent kind of put this idea like in between siblings or what this is. I'm just seeing like this family dynamics. But I do feel like you are meant for great things. And for some reason, I feel like I have to tell you that you self-sabotage that a lot. Like, you get to the point where like, it's almost like you got this and you can blow up right now, like boom. But like you get there and there's fear. Like, you're afraid of being too out there. You're afraid of you want the good stuff, but you're afraid of the bad stuff that comes with it too. And we just have to realize like, that's okay. Okay. But I feel like your day is due soon. Like, you are due to be very successful, more successful than I feel like you've been allowed. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We're doing free readings right now. I'm Katie Maike. I have a master's in sports psychology and other in behavioral analysis. So when you guys are looking to get a reading done, I do medical and fertility readings. I do a lot of energy readings for kids who are nonverbal, adults who are nonverbal. I can do energy readings for you to give you some clarity about what emotions and things are going on in your life. All you have to do is ask for an energy reading, and if it's for someone else, make sure you put their name. If you do want to connect to a loved one or a pet who has passed away, make sure to put their name as well, unless you just want messages from whoever wants to come through, which you can do that as well, okay? So Tiffany, I have, all right, oops, somebody asked for $22. It's $16 right now during the live. Okay, so you have to click on the Hey Hero link. It's $16 right now. And then you can use the 10% off as well. That love 10, LOVE10. Okay, I see readings coming through. And the TikTok special, oh, it must have went back. I just tried to change it. Thank you for saying that. You're like, is it 16 or 22? Okay, let me go look again. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Yep, 16 now. Thanks for pointing that out, love. Thank you, Lucy Boo. I don't know why it didn't. You guys, if you were with me from the beginning, you saw me go on there and change it. I don't know what happened. Okay, Danielle. Okay, so there are $16 readings plus 10% off. Okay? If to get a free reading, all you have to do is say your name. All right. Okay, here we go. Did I say a name? Okay. All right, I'm going to say Nicole. If I just said someone's name and I forgot it, let me know. I'll come back. But this is for Nicole. Sorry, I have what a lot of the world calls ADHD. I just call it a normal brain in a messed up world. Okay. Okay. Ooh, coercion. Okay. So this might speak volumes to a lot of people, especially in the sacral chakra, but coercion, you know, a lot of this making us do, making us obey, making us be quiet. A lot of the behaviors that we've created in our lives, or we think we created, and that have now become a part of us, a lot of it is due to trauma, and it's due to coercion from other people. It's due to us as children having to just submit and just allowing this obedience or dominance to be taken over us. We didn't have a choice. We didn't understand this social structure and this coercion, whether it's you were or have been coerced in the past. I do feel like there's this element of you learning from those people who did it to you, and it's almost like it's a subconscious behavior for you. So I feel like when you get triggered, when you realize and see how you're now using coercion in your life, I do feel like that's a trigger for you to say, okay, there's something I need to heal that happened to me in the past. Okay, it's not saying that you're a bad person. It's triggering you to heal that because it was never really a part of you. It was placed on you. All right. Okay, Danielle. Thank you, Danielle. Woo! I love when the cards fly out. Danielle, the trickery card fell out for you. So this is illusions for me. There are illusions in your childhood. And I feel like I desperately need you to go back. And it's like Spirit's showing me like reality, your reality now. And I feel like you still kind of live and you see reality in a delusional way that comes from childhood. And it's not delusional in like a crazy way. It's just when you see that other people don't see the world like you do, or they have the same behaviors as you do, then you'll say, oh, okay, maybe my life wasn't normal. And I do feel like a lot of us need to admit that and accept that about ourselves, that our childhoods were not normal childhoods. Like we think that that's the way everybody grows up or how everyone is parented, and that's not the case. Okay. So, there's just energy of like letting that go or releasing it, because I don't think it's going to serve you anymore moving forward. Okay. All right, Danielle. Thank you very much. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about what defense mechanisms are, because you need to recognize, you're like, yes, so 100%. Good. Yeah, because I'm an energy reader, and that's what we do is once I say your name, I can feel your feelings. And then I take whatever the card says and I try to incorporate that into the feelings and the images that I get. So, if a lot of you guys are wondering if you have spiritual gifts, you can ask that as well. You can, I can ask your angels, I can ask your guides, and I can tell you what those spiritual gifts are and how to enhance them. So you can also use the TikTok special for $16 plus the 10% off. You can use that for like a question about spiritual gifts. You can ask about, have a medical scan, or any questions about fertility, children, career, finances. You can do an aura reading. Sometimes aura readings are beneficial because it's how people are perceiving you. It's the energy that you're currently in. It can help you to identify like what's really going on in your life at the moment. Okay, so let's talk about defense mechanisms a little bit, because when our sacral chakra is balanced, then we can be like creative. Love and relationships are really easy in our lives. Flow is really easy, like as far as we don't have people in our lives that make us feel bad or are negative or depressing. We have really good relationships. We have a lot of healthy sexual energy. We have a lot of creative energy that needs to come out. Okay. All right. So, let's talk a little bit about repression, because a lot of you guys may have repressed memories from childhood. And this repression, it's basically an unconscious mechanism that's employed by your brain. And the ego basically uses it to keep any disturbing or threatening thoughts from becoming conscious, because it does not match with your daily. Okay. Someone said, what about life purpose? Yeah, you can ask about your life purpose. You just, you have to book I would book a longer reading for that, but you can ask about, your north and south node. I can give you a little tidbit about that in the 1 to 2 minutes. So if you do want something like that, you can do that as well. So repressed memories, it's things that are held deep down in your unconscious mind because your surroundings or your environment or your parents, society says that it's wrong, and it's easier for you to hide them than to go through life battling this hypocrisy that you feel in your head and society. So what your brain does is it stores them in your unconscious mind. So how to reach me, click the link in my bio, and it'll just click this right up here, Intuitive Healer. It'll pop up here. Click there again. It'll take you to my page. You'll see a blue arrow that says readings, and click on that link. It'll take you to Hey Hero, which is the site that I'm working for, because they can verify who I am. Okay. So this repression, if a lot of us now think about children, if we experience something that would be quote unquote adult, okay. So anything that is, R or X rated, if we experience that as a child and we can't make sense of that, because remember, we don't have those ideals as a child, and if we are placed in those experiences, a lot of the time as children, those memories and those experiences will be shot right to our unconscious mind, whether we want it or not, maybe even within seconds, within minutes. Okay, so it's not like you live knowing what happened to you yesterday. It's almost like you have the ability to block out what happened to you yesterday, ability to block out what just happened to you an hour ago. So if you are in any trauma that is reoccurring trauma that has to do with another individual imposing some threat on your free will, and especially, I'm just going to go ahead and say in some type of sexual way, you bet that you're going to have some type of repressed memories. And thank you for saying that I have great analogies. I love teaching, and a part of like teaching this is bringing it to in a way that's understandable and relatable, because just reading in a book doesn't always make sense. But for children, if we even see something that we can't make sense of, we see a murder, we see a sexual act, okay, and we can't understand it in the moment, it's very possible that our brain's just going to go with that, and we're going to forget about it until we're older, when we start to behave or act in certain ways or have flashbacks of these memories. And a lot of us are going to not believe that they're actual memories. And the reason we won't believe it is because we didn't bring it up our whole lives. Most of the memories that we experience today are memories that other people have experienced too. So we find validity in saying them out loud. But what if we experience something that was never talked about? What if we experience some trauma that only me and another person knows about, and I was supposed to forget about it? How do I know that really happened if these thoughts are just coming through now randomly when you're 30 or 40 or 50 years old? That is what your subconscious or your shadow is trying to get out of you. Those are the blocks in your sacral chakra, and it's really not until you focus your energy on that area, you may not even know that you have repressed memories. You might think, oh, I'm getting these weird thoughts and visions, and that doesn't make sense. Like, that's gross. Why am I seeing these sexual acts? Why do I see adults and I feel like I'm a child and this doesn't make sense? This is because it's very possible that you've experienced this and you've just pushed it away into your unconscious mind because it didn't make sense to fight it in the moment. You were overpowered. Okay. Now, we all know about denial. Okay, it's not just a river in Egypt. That's the famous saying. But denial involves blocking out any external events of the awareness. So it's not the same as repression, where this is a fight or flight response. In repression, denial is like, if a situation is just too much to handle, it's like we just completely refuse to experience it. We completely refuse to acknowledge it. Okay, for example, like a smoker may refuse to admit to themselves that smoking is bad, when a majority of the studies around the world will tell you that smoking is bad. Someone just might be in denial about the fact that smoking is bad because they can't stop smoking. Okay? Someone's talking about their repressed memories and saying now that they're 50 years old, they remember their repressed memories. Yes. I had a lot of my memories came through between age of 32 and 35. Excuse me. So repressed memories are going to come back, and they're going to come back as like weird flashes of images that you don't really ever remember or recall, but you may remember like the room you were in or the person that's in there. You just may not remember the act. Yeah. So you need some healing. Now, see my name, Intuitive Healer. Now, the reason I chose that name is because I believe by using a combination of spirituality and psychology that I can give you the tools that you need to heal yourself. I healed myself. I didn't go to anybody particular, any healer to have it done. I did the research and I did the work, and now I want to bring it to you so you can do the work too. So at the end of this, I'm going to show you how to do sacral chakra releases, and I'm going to show you how to identify what those blocks are that you need to uncover in order to have more healthy relationships, in order to let money flow in more. A lot of people don't realize that when money is blocked in your life, it's a relationship you have in your sacral chakra, and it could be a relationship about how you were made to feel around money, how people talked about money, if you were identified by your parents as being a certain class. For example, if someone was always like, oh no, we don't do that, we're lower class, or we're middle class. If you were constantly reminded of that, then you have programming that you don't even realize, okay? So I talked about repression, denial. Let's talk about projection. This one's going to help you out the most, okay? When somebody projects, this basically involves an individual, and they are attributing their own unacceptable thoughts and traumas, what they are in denial about basically, but they are, they're placing those feelings and those motives on another person. So someone might walk up to you and say, you're a nasty person, or you're an impatient parent. What they're basically saying is that they're an impatient parent, that they're denying the fact that they are an impatient parent, and they need to accept that about themselves. So don't take offense to when people come at you or attack you, or say you're a bad mom, or you're a bad dad, or say, you shouldn't do this. It's really them projecting their own faults onto you, okay? So projection is one of those things where it's like you might hate someone, but you say that they hate you, okay? You say your son does that. Yeah, I mean, it's not, projection is not something that we should do, but we can use it. If we can be aware of it, we can use it as a tool to, one, identify our own traumas, because projection is like number one in relationships. Remember what I said before? We attract people in relationships who want to heal our trauma. We want to heal our trauma. So we attract people who will help us heal our trauma. And when we are in relationships and we fight in relationships, that's because we are being triggered by the other person, and we are projecting onto the other person. If you've ever had a marriage and you said the person is lazy, the person doesn't communicate, the person doesn't, whatever it is, doesn't fulfill my needs, you're basically saying that you do not do any of those, you as the individual. It's never the other person. This is kind of why I don't believe in marriage counseling. I believe in individual counseling. And two people can make it through life together in a marriage, but they have to realize that they're two individuals, and they're both individually working on themselves. And if they don't choose to work on themselves in tandem, then they're not going to make it longevity. It's possible, but you have to communicate in that way and know that you both have to grow together. Because if your vibration raises and the other person doesn't, then that's when communication is missed, and that's when relationships start to fall apart, okay? How does that logic work if I say that you are a fraud for claiming to be psychic and talk to the dead? Okay, so you probably have some type of block, or maybe you've experienced that as a child. For example, I used to watch shows with psychics all the time, and I loved it. But then I remember my parents, they would say things like, "Oh, that's not real. They're fraudulent, or they're scamming people." So every time I experienced the psychic, that pairing of scam and psychic it came like a sore thumb. It was just always there. Like, I'm like, why do I always think that? But like, I believe it, but like, I always think it in the back of my mind. Why is that there? Now, when you place that onto someone else, when you project those feelings onto someone else, it's because you have that emotion inside of you, okay? Almost like maybe you don't truly believe it, or you could be calling yourself a fraud. Okay, you could if you're telling someone else that they're scamming people, you know, like, and you don't have any grounds to say so, you're just coming out of the blue and saying like, you're a fraud. I know I don't know you, but you're a fraud. Then that would be telling me that you don't believe in yourself, that you think that maybe you have imposter syndrome, maybe you feel like you're not good enough. You know, so it's just all about taking what someone says to you and then turning it right back around and saying the I. If someone says, you know, you're a fraud, then what they're saying is, I'm a fraud. Unless there's, evidence to back it up. Okay. If there's evidence, then there's one thing, like the scammers that are coming to you and you're sending them money and you're not getting anything in return. When I go onto TikTok and I type in intuitive healer and I see 75 faces of Katie Maike and only one is the real me. Okay. But when other people come and attack me, it's because of pain and trauma. And I know I'm the healer. I'm supposed to trigger people. I know about that. All right. Now, if you do want to speak to someone who has passed away, you can go click here. The link is in my bio. I'm a professional psychic medium and intuitive life coach. I have a master's in sports psychology. I have another in behavioral analysis. So I have worked a lot of behavioral and parenting and relationships. So I do believe that I'm well versed in not just this psychic and mediumship, but as well as like life coaching and things like that. So if you do want to connect with someone who has passed, please book the reading. It will be a video response. If you would like to book a one-on-one video Zoom, that link will be after my live. So I'll put that link. That link is available right now on Instagram, but that'll be up later, probably in about an hour. Okay. The coupon code's not working. Love 10. Did you use all capital letters? Try it with like all capital letters and all lowercase letters, okay? I do see some readings coming through, so I'm hoping that you guys are able to use the code. Let me know. Sometimes, like if it's all caps or all lowercase, that might matter or something like that. Okay, I said your name earlier talking about prices. Yes, I did. Oh, for reading? Okay, what's your name? So I see, Monique, I see you have a lot of questions on there, and I would definitely encourage you to book a reading. I have over 100 reviews on there. You can check the reviews out. Okay, this is a legit service. It is a company that can verify who I am. This is Hey Hero. Let me show you what it looks like. So when you click on that link up there, you're going to be redirected to my partner site called Hey Hero, okay? And there's Hey Hero. You're going to see my profile picture there, and then you're going to be able to scroll up, and right there, that first one you'll see is a TikTok special for $16, all right? And you just click on that. Make sure you remember what your email is, because then you get that email sent back to you, okay? Or you'll get this video response sent back to that same email, all right? All right. Okay, Shayla. All right, so let's do this. So how many are on my list for reading so far? I have a list that I have 10 of them that I just previously did yesterday's 10. And I'm not sure right now. I'm seeing a few come in. Like I see like 9 in here right now. So you are not guaranteed 24 hours, but I do try to get them in before the weekend. Saturday would be the absolute latest that you would get your reading back, but you can opt for the 24-hour response. If it's something that's super urgent, then I basically stop what I'm doing and do the reading and send it out to you, okay? Asked for my name again, then talked about prices. I can just see Beck. Girl, don't get upset. There's so many people in here. I'm only one person. I need you to say your name and say, hey, this is me. Okay, because everyone's saying their names. Oh my gosh. I'm a mother of 4 and it's still hard. Okay, there you go, Tiffany. Okay, all right. Okay, girl. Okay. Let's do some more readings. We got to do some more readings. I know I want to connect with you guys. I got messages for you, but I feel like there's a deck that I need to use that's not here. It is. Okay. Oh, I can't find it. Okay, we're going to use something else. Let's use my astrology deck. Now, listen up, guys. If you find a deck that is dual purpose, use it, okay? And this is what I'm talking about. This is the Heavenly Bodies astrology deck. I have this linked in my bio as well. And this is awesome because if you're kind of just dabbling into astrology and you want to kind of learn astrology, but you're more into tarot, like I am, I use this deck because it teaches you like dual purpose, okay? All right. Here we go. Tiffany, this message is for you from your angels. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, I feel like you're going through a lot of anxiety right now. Like I see you pacing and trying to breathe, like trying to calm yourself down. Okay, this is the second house. This has to do with like feeling like having material values or feeling secure with who you are, secure in your situation, secure in life. So this is what I'm going to say. If you've been feeling like, you know, that feeling of security is really important. And if you don't feel, and when I say the word safe, I just feel like maybe the word homey, comfortable, okay? If that isn't something that feels good, like your daily emotions don't feel comfortable, your daily actions aren't feeling comfortable, there's this energy of you really trying to hone in on what is going to make you feel secure, like what is going to give you that feeling of security and wholeness. And this can be directed to your root chakra and your sacral chakra a little bit, but it's like saying manifest land. You want to manifest some property, a house, you want to own a house, okay? So don't manifest the feeling of like what a house is, okay? I'm not telling you to feel like a house. I'm telling you to feel like the emotion that a house brings. And if that house brings security, then try to imagine yourself in that house and what it would feel like to never have to move again, okay? All right, girl. Hi, Shayla. I'm going to say your name again because I had said it earlier. Hi guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for stopping by. Go ahead and double tap on my third eye and that will help to bump this live and help me reach more people. Hey Steph, hey Dominique, how are you? Thanks for being here. I do have a $16 TikTok special going on, and then use the code LOVE10 for another 10% off. So when the live is done in about an hour, then the price will go back to $22, okay? All right, so we're doing Shayla right now. Jupiter, grow and expand. So I do feel like you're being asked to jump into areas of your life, and I feel like this is more of an artistic, expressive type of energy. You're being asked to kind of jump into like a new expression, okay? It worked in all caps, by the way, the love. Okay, thank you. So I just feel like you're being asked to express yourself in ways that you feel might be foolish, you feel might look childish. Maybe it doesn't really go with your persona of how people see you. I do feel like you need to jump into more childlike expressions, more expressiveness, whether it's how you wear your hair or your clothes, and really try to figure out who you are if social judgment didn't matter. Okay, that's your goal. All right. Now let's talk a little bit about being creative, guys. Being creative is going to help you express yourself in your sacral chakra and to balance your sacral chakra. I did a couple intuitive pieces out of resin and crystals when I was working through some of the biggest blocks in my sacral chakra. So you're welcome, Shayla. So, if you find that you haven't been creative, you haven't been writing, you haven't been doing your art, or you haven't been baking, or you haven't been sewing like you used to, it could be because there is a block in your sacral chakra. Now, you can overcome that block without actually knowing what it is, and you can do so by using art and expression to do so. So when we are in a trance, when we are like, say we're doing something that feels really redundant, we've done it many times, like in the shower, okay? We go in the shower, we know how to wash ourselves, we do it so much that a lot of ideas or creative ideas might come to us in those moments. So when we're doing artwork, we might experience or remember or think of things from our past that help us to heal anything in our sacral chakra. So you haven't painted in a year, girl, it's about time to start painting. So here, let me show you some of the artwork that I did. And I feel like this is some of the best artwork I've ever done. And I was working on sacral chakra specifically. So let me show you a couple things behind me. Okay. So these are made of crystals and resin. And they're like really hard, and they have crystals in like on the top and the bottom. Okay, like pretty big, thick pieces. And I remember just how free and expressive I felt when I was making these. It was probably one of the first times that I had to realize that the art was going to create whatever was going to be was going to be. It really did help me let go, because you know, when you're doing an artwork or you're making jewelry or something and you have it a certain way, you see it in your mind happening a certain way. And there's an element of you just letting go when you're creating and just allowing the art to be whatever it's going to be. And like you can see, I like a lot of intuitive vision I had on these vortexes, but as far as the rest goes, you can see it kind of moved in the direction that it was going to move in, whether this was gravity or whether this was just the combinations of the paints that I used. So this is like, believe it or not, I used tattoo ink to dye the resin. I used resin epoxy tattoo and a bunch of different crystals and stuff on the outside. But what I got out of this was the feeling of expressing myself and creating and then letting it go. And just knowing that the universe was going to take it wherever it was supposed to be. And that I didn't really have control over how the colors mixed. I didn't have control over, which way gravity pulled it. And I had to be okay with it. And I had to see the beauty in letting go. And I would really stress that if you guys are finding that you're blocked, if you're finding that, you're feeling overwhelmed by your emotions, if you feel like you have no emotions and you want to reconnect somehow, just start to get creative. You don't have to do something this big. I started out by making jewelry. You guys saw some of the wands that I've made. I made rings. Okay, just creating or writing. That's all you have to do is just express and let go. And a lot of people stop doing art, or people that don't think they're good at art, and they stop and they don't keep going. But what I would encourage you to do is to do art and create art until you can let go of it, until you can say every line is meant to be, every pour is meant to be, every picture is meant to be. And you just have to let it be that way, and just be okay with being instead of being perfect or it being the way that you envisioned. Let me tell you, I created this 3D wave at one time out of resin, and it took me probably 2 days to put it over a barrel so that it would have this wave. So are you selling that wand? I am selling this wand. I'll get with you after, because I don't have it in my store right now, but I'll shoot you a DM on Instagram right after this. I do make wands. I've showed you guys a few wands that I've made, and I'll get a few more of those up in my store. My kids love them. Now, I totally got sidetracked. Oh my goodness. What the hell was I talking about? Somebody help me out. Okay, art. Now, when you can get to a point where the art is just being created, that is when you're going to open up yourself to the possibilities of saying, okay, this happened to me. This experience happened to me. And yeah, freedom of expression, someone writes, freedom of expression. And yes, when you can learn to do that in your art, it's almost like now you're taking that expressiveness and you're turning that inside, and you're allowing yourself to see what really did happen to you. Okay, for example, maybe you wanted to believe your whole life that your father was a great father, and everyone told you he was a great father, and you wanted to believe it, but he did some shady things to you that you never told anyone. And you just need to come out of that. You need to be freed from that idea or thought. You need to say to yourself, okay, he wasn't a great person. I did deserve better. I deserved better parents. I deserved parents who, whatever the case may be, okay? And I'm not going to tell you that, that I had the worst childhood. Nobody's going to tell you they had the worst childhood, but was it normal in any way? I'm going to say no. And a lot of us probably didn't have normal experiences either. Getting over the block, without knowing the block. Yeah, it's hard. And this is I'm going to show you guys really quickly how to do this with crystals. Okay. Now I get what you meant in my reading. Yes. Okay. Listen, crystals, you can program crystals to hold your blocks. And then you can receive the block from the crystal. So it's almost like a way of avoiding your unconscious mind, or Freud might call it the superego of morality, because our morality is why we dig them so deep, or shove them so deep into our subconscious mind. You have stomach issues and you had a dove in your path yesterday. It is a sign about my third chakra. Look, if you are thinking something and then you see a sign like a dove or a bird at the same time, or a number sign at the same time you're thinking of it, yes, it is a sign. Okay? I am a medium. I do connect with people who have passed away. Those are on the other side. If you guys check out my Instagram or my TikTok, you'll see that I do a lot of missing person cases. I connect to the energies of those who are no longer with us, or if they went missing and they're still with us. I'm able to see through energy readings their area, maybe where they were last seen. I'm able to see relationships and things in their life. So when I do energy readings for people who are here, it is a little bit different than mediumship. I'm receiving the messages from spirit as a conduit, where an energy reading, I believe I'm just embodying that other person's energy, and then I'm kind of reading about what's going on in my mind and my feelings, okay? So if you would like a mediumship reading, that link is in my bio as well, okay, guys? Now, crystals, let's program our crystals to release our blocks, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your crystal in your hand. Now, this is a natural smoky citrine from Brazil. Anything that calls to you, you can use smoky quartz or any clear quartz basically is going to work. Now, I want you to hold it in your right hand, and I want you to hold the point away from you. So what you're going to be doing is programming your crystal to hold your blocks, to hold what is deep down in your unconscious or your subconscious mind. So you're going to close your eyes and you're going to meditate for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. And you're going to hold your crystal away with the point away from you in your right hand, and you're going to tell your subconscious and unconscious mind to program your crystals with all the blocks that you cannot see in your conscious mind. Pull out all of those blocks, send them to that crystal. Okay, now what you're going to do is you can open your eyes, you can go get a drink of water, come back, meditate for another 10 minutes. Now take your crystal and turn it around and hold your crystal with the point facing you. Now, what I want you to do is close your eyes, and I want you to say to yourself, allow the blocks to present themselves to me. And you're going to start to see things or feel things, and it's really important for you to accept whatever comes your way. Whatever you see or feel first, that is what you have to heal next. That is where your mind has to go. That's what you have to experience. That's what you have to acknowledge. And that's going to help you kind of eliminate that block a little bit more every time you acknowledge it. What if your crystals have no points? That's okay. I use crystal points because it helps to direct the energy and the energy of flow. Any crystal that you feel drawn to is good. I would say you have to feel drawn to it. You have to feel connected to it. You could have the biggest crystal in the world. If you don't feel drawn to the crystal, it's not going to do you any good. I've used crystals that are this small. This is red jasper. You can use red jasper for your root or sacral chakra. Amber is really good for absorbing energy, negative energy. That's why we put it around babies' necks when they're teething. What else do I have? I have a bag of carnelian, little carnelian stones. Here's like a piece of carnelian, just a little red piece of carnelian. That's good for your sacral chakra. And I have some little tiny stones from, actually, I think I got these at Michael's. Like, they sell these at Michael's. This is tiger's eye. So those will all help you with your chakra. Okay? Yeah, both of your girls have amber necklaces. I think my 8-year-old still wears her amber necklace. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. So if you have questions about your health, if you have questions about anything, I also use tarot. So anything situational, I can tell the energy of any situation using that. Okay. So if you'd like a personalized reading, click the link in my bio. It'll take you to my partner site called Hey Hero. I use this third-party verification because they have a support system. They have secure payments, and they can verify who I am. Okay. So check that out. It's $16 for a TikTok special for the next 40 minutes. And then you can also use the code LOVE10, all caps. Okay. Okay, can a crystal still work if it was dropped and broken? Now, yes, it can. Now, this is what's happened to me. A couple different things have happened to me. I've had a crystal and it broke off, and it only broke the tip off, which was a twin crystal. So I took that and made it into a necklace, and it was so powerful. It was almost like the crystal was begging me to wear it, and because it was as big as it was before, I wasn't able to hold it and wear it. So I transformed it. Now, if you've been using the crystal a lot and it falls and it breaks, it could just mean that that crystal is done. It's over with. You've used it. You don't need it anymore. And you need to move on. You feel blocked when you use crystals. Why? There could be an association. A lot of people like to throw the term placebo effect out there. So if you've grown up where people didn't value the energy that crystals hold, I mean, it's science, guys. A crystal has a more powerful energy source than humans, and it's because of their DNA structure. And we are very fluent. We have water, so our energy is always fluctuating. crystals will vibrate at a certain frequency depending on their color, just like color vibrates at a certain frequency. We basically are taking the crystal and we are trying to attune our bodies with the energy of that crystal that is so stable. Okay. Now, the reason we choose colored stones is to work on certain areas of our chakra. The reason I choose crystal points is because I'm just asking for anything generic that is a block to come through, and anything that is a clear quartz is going to magnify, okay? Someone said, my daughter is Moldavite trying to escape. It's trapped in a necklace. Look, guys, it broke a long way, not in half. Okay. You never know. Like if you feel, maybe I've had a crystal that broke into small pieces and then I wrapped those small pieces for my children and we all wore the same necklace. So I really would, I would tell you to sit and meditate with the crystal and ask the crystal what it wants to be, why it did that, what's the purpose. And you should get a vision or a message or an idea of how to use the crystal, or maybe it's meant to be thrown away. I'm not sure. So you got to ask the crystal because it's individual. Okay. Okay. So someone asked, if I'm able to connect to your energy, what crystal or stone would I suggest? Now, instead of, doing it like that, which I can, if you guys want to do a spirituality reading, I can see your chakras, I can see auras, I can tell you where you're blocked, I can tell you what you need to do. But what we can do right now is, if you guys want some free readings, I can use my daily crystal inspiration deck, and this is linked in my bio as well. And what I'll do is I'll ask what crystal you need in your life, and it'll tell me why. Okay? All right. Oh, I'm so sorry. You said your dad is on life support. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I'm going to try to go through these quickly so I can get as many of you guys as I can, because I only have about 30 minutes left, and maybe 30 minutes, maybe less than 30 minutes. Okay, so if you guys would like a personalized reading, please go click that link and use the code LOVE10. That'll get you 10% off for that $16 reading. And then I think it'll go back to $22 afterwards, okay? Lisa E., what crystal do you need in your life? Lisa, you need tourmaline quartz or tourmalated quartz. Okay, these are kind of cool. They look like horsehair inside of quartz. And this is about getting out of your own way. And think about it, think about the striations inside the crystal. It's almost like you create your own barriers. You create your own blocks by telling yourself what is possible and what's not possible. So you need this in your life in order to shed those blocked areas. And you're saying to yourself, oh, can't go that way. Nope, can't go that way. You need to get rid of that. You need to say, okay, I can go in this direction even though it's new. All right, stop blocking yourself from happiness. All right, Stephanie, what crystal do you need in your life? Stephanie, you need some ocean jasper. This is so beautiful. This is a beautiful stone, this ocean jasper. This is schedule yourself in. It's telling me that you're not giving enough time to yourself, okay? You definitely need more time for yourself, more time to paint, more time to be creative. Okay, Lizzie, what do you need, Lizzie? What crystal does Lizzie need in her life? Okay, the golden healer. These are golden healer quartz. This is telling you to open the door to spirit. It seems like you need crystals that are going to maybe connect with your crown chakra, something that is going to connect you to the divine. So if you don't have any crystals, you don't have anything like that, I almost feel like you're being called to find one that speaks to you and use it often, okay? Whitney, what crystal do you need in your life right now? And these could directly be related to the chakras that have the blocks, guys. Okay. Aragonite. Look at this beauty. I just got some of this. This aragonite is release your emotional baggage. Okay, so you might be holding on to some negative things in the past and have like a victim mentality, like something happened to you. But I feel like you need to realize that sometimes we're just part of other people's stories. We're part of other people's lives. And sometimes we just kind of get dealt that hand or that bad hand, but it's not because we deserve it in a negative way. It's because we are meant to overcome it, and we are meant to use that energy of overcoming to excel forward, to push ourselves forward. It's like, people who are great motivational speakers, they suffer. People who are great and do great things, they come from a low place. They come from a place where they don't have the confidence because they know what it's like and there's nowhere to crawl but up and out. And I feel like this is very similar to what you need to hear right now. Okay, Anita, what crystal do you need, Anita? All right. Anita, Chrysocolla. This is telling you to start fresh. This is going to help you to basically create a new life, not veer off, but to create a completely new life. And it's going to take a little bit of time. Okay, so if you're fearful of this, I fear like you're like, oh my God, I don't want that crystal. It's going to start me completely over. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't freak out. This has a way of like being really mellow and like helping to lead you in like through calm waters. Okay, so get some chrysocolla in your life. It's beautiful stone, beautiful. I have some malachite and chrysocolla like matrix combos. All right, Paula, what crystal do you need, Paula? Citrine. Okay, citrine, this is going to help you financially. It's going to help you to be your true self. This is definitely solar plexus. It says bring in the light. So this is really like bringing in your true self, the sun shining bright like the sun in your comfort, in the comfort of who you are. Okay, not hiding in the comfort, but being in the comfort of who you are. Okay? All right, guys, really quickly, let's talk about how you're going to get rid of some of these blocks. Okay, because I mean, I know what you're all saying. Like, we identify this block now. How do we overcome it? How do we rebalance our sacral chakra? Okay, so here's a couple things that you can do. Connect with water. Take a bath. Go to a natural spring. Maybe a lake of some sort. Just go hang out and sit in the shower. Okay, and think about your life and yourself. So water is really good. Be creative. Make jewelry, write poems, write poetry, decorate the house, cook. Being creative just means it's novelty. So coming up with new ideas and then executing them. Yoga is another one. Now, the reason I say yoga is because when we have trauma in our sacral chakra, we tend to hunch over a little bit. There's almost like a hunch of the coccyx that makes us bend over. We feel really uncomfortable, spread out, and kind of open to the world. So if you need to align your sacral chakra, doing some poses that are like open angle poses, or the frog pose, or the pigeon pose, or the goddess pose, in yoga, those are going to help you to really, that are like open angle poses, or the frog pose, or the pigeon pose, or the goddess pose, in yoga, those are going to help you to really help align that sacral chakra. You can use any affirmations that start with I feel. So it really is about feelings and emotion and confidence and even just feeling to feel. So these are really good ways to start your journey into a healthy sacral chakra. So like you can say like I feel powerful, or I feel confident, even feeling sexual and being confident when you feel that way. We can have a lot of ideas about sexuality being repressed, like the idea that it's only used for one thing, or that we can't have multiple partners, or the idea of marriage that's restricting. So we have a lot of ideas around sex in the sacral chakra that we grow up thinking is whatever relationships are supposed to be. However our parents handled their relationship, we're going to mimic that in our reality, even if we do not have consciousness of it. If we don't see it, we're still going to mimic it. So by being aware that your parents and their relationship did influence you no matter what, that's going to help you be more able to change it, because we can't change something we're not aware of or that we don't accept. Okay? I feel confident, then I am confident. Well, Now, the only reason, now you're saying, is it better to say I feel confident than I am confident? Now, the root chakra is I am, and the sacral chakra is I feel. So you can say either one, but specifically, the sacral chakra is full of emotions, and the root chakra is like the basis of who you are. So you can say either one, but I would say an I am statement is more towards the root chakra and I feel is more towards the sacral chakra. Okay. Now, aromatherapy. I love rose. Rose is, to me, amazing for that sacral chakra. It has some type of, sensuality, that smell to it. You can use lang lang, you can use sandalwood, cardamom. Those are all good to put in your diffuser. Okay. Never eat essential oils. Even if it says it's food grade, please don't eat essential oils. Okay. They can burn, your esophagus and stuff like that. So, you can always do an infused oil. All right. Now, foods, or we did some crystals. I talked about some crystals, some foods, anything that's orange, carrots, orange juice, sweet potatoes. Those are going to align you with those colors. You can also use herbs. Like I have some herbs here that I put in roll-ons with oil and I use those, or I can make a tea with them. So I have passion flower. All right. Passion flower is a really good herb. You can make a tea with it. You can make an oil with it. You can also use calendula. Okay, this is good for your sacral chakra. Calendula is great for your skin too. You can make an oil with calendula. And Damiana, this, I actually believe this is a smokable herb, but you can also put it in a tea, and this is good for your sacral chakra as well. So if you're interested in any of those herbs, I linked those with an Amazon affiliate link in my bio, so you can get those as well. Now, visualization. When you are visualizing your sacral chakra, I want you to use the color orange, and I want you to pay attention to the other things you see. Now, try to maintain an orange color, and when you're looking at the orange, think about the other images and memories and ideas that are flowing into your mind. These are all clues about where you have to go in order to heal your shit, okay? Oh, you're welcome, guys. You're so welcome. I worked at Amazon. Right now, it's the easiest way to get you guys what you need. I do a lot of my shopping like in person at Barnes & Noble or Farmer Joe's or wherever. So the quickest way for me to do that is to give you a link, okay? What if you don't like the color orange? It's not about liking the color orange. It's not about liking any of the colors, honestly. It's about using colors to code for things, using colors to identify things. And we have chakras that are different colors. They start with a white light and they go from indigo, light blue, green, yellow, orange, all the way down to red. So the color that you're focused on is just showing you what area of the body that you're focused on as well. Okay, so if a lot of people are always asking me like how I do my medical readings, and let me give you an idea of how I use colors in medical readings. Now, I can do readings two ways. I start at the top of the head and I scan all the way down, and I'll get stopped at certain areas of your body, and I'll be shown what's wrong with them or what needs attention, vice versa. Or I can use a color code system. And what I do is I label blue is circulatory, purple is nerves, red is muscles, beige is skin, whatever, or brown is skin. And I first ask for a color to appear. And I will say, okay, what is the most important thing? And I see blue. And I say, okay, so this has to do with the circulatory system or whatever I'd said blue was. Now show me where in the body this is located, and then I'm brought to that area of the body. So now I'm able to use this legend, this key, this color key, and I'm able to use that in my medical scans in a more productive and organized way. So imagining the colors, there really is, maybe you do need to develop a personal connection with all the colors. Maybe you do need to really see how orange makes you feel. And if you don't like the color orange, it could be because you were trying to avoid some type of trauma in your sacral chakra, okay? So you're very scared because you see shadows, but today was worse because I saw the whole spirit. Now, I don't think that that's anything negative, I think that we attribute negativity from childhood. Like, we don't know what it is. Our parents make up some ideas. They maybe tell us that we're crazy. Or like, my parents told me it was the Easter Bunny, told my sister it was the paper boy, like some crazy shit that happens when we're young kids, right? Now, I got to tell you that if a spirit is coming to you, there's a reason they need your help with something. I mean, what was that movie? What was that show so long ago where the guy got the paper the day before and he was able to help save all these people's lives? I have this idea that when a spirit sticks with me, like Chance Engelbert, he is a missing persons case and his energy is always with me. Everything I do, like, whenever something has to do with his case, he makes it well known. In my ear, he's talking to me, he's there, I see him. But it's because, in my mind, it's because he needs help with something that he can't do on his own. And that's why he's coming to me, or that's why he's presenting himself to me. So the worst thing that you can do for yourself is push it away, because it's just going to keep coming back. You have to accept it and understand it and not fear it. Understanding is the opposite of fear. Understand is the opposite of fear. So by understanding something, you can get rid of that fear and possibly help them. Okay. Which option do you choose for the medical intuitive reading on my page? Now, it's set up for time. So if you don't mind a reading that is 1 to 2 minutes long, then you can opt for the TikTok reading. You can choose the mediumship reading, or you can choose more time in the TikTok special. There's an option for like an extra 10 minutes. You can choose that as well. It says, unless it's an evil spirit and vengeful. Honestly, I don't believe in that. Whatever you believe is how it's going to be displayed. So, for example, David, who might believe in evil spirits, it might manifest as something evil in his mind, where it may not actually be evil. It's just fear of the unknown, or fear from past experiences that we take into new life experiences, right? We watch movies and we say, oh, if I'm afraid of it, it must be because it's bad, or because it's a negative spirit, because I saw this on this show. It's what you were programmed to think is how you're going to react. So just because you react in a fearful way doesn't mean it's negative. It just means that that's how you were trained to react in a fearful way. Okay? All right. Now, let's see. All right, guys. Now, I'm going to just stay on for just another couple minutes, maybe like 5 more minutes here. And I would love to see you guys book on Hey Hero. So this might be your last chance. I'll leave it up for 15 minutes after my live, because I know a lot of you don't want to like actually leave the live to go purchase the reading. So I'll keep the $16 up until it'll be 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time here. So we'll leave that up, and but you can still purchase the reading and use the code LOVE10 for the entire month of February. I will have a new link up. It'll be my snip feed link. And the reason I do that is because I like to link all the decks and products that I use here today. In case you see something that you like, you can just go right into my my little link tree, and that will send you right to the products that you need. But what's awesome is that this host, snip feed, is also hosting Hey Hero, and it also hosts other readings for me. So there's one-on-one Zoom sessions, or you can do text readings, and there are other options for video messages on there. So scroll up and down. If you guys are looking to explore the chakras a little bit more, I said this yesterday, this is an amazing workbook that takes you through the chakras, and it's going to help you heal a lot of your shit. Okay. And you're going to do it without a professional, because this is going to guide you. All you have to do is believe that everything that you're seeing or feeling is the truth, that it's happening for a reason, and it's guiding you to a safer place. Okay. And to a place where this is not a worry, or whatever you're experiencing there's no fear. This book starts with the root chakra, which I love, and takes you through exercises and explanations and little fun activities. So it keeps it very interesting. It's not just like, you know how you get journals and it asks you a question every day? It's not about that. There's activities in here that correlate with each chakra. So you're going to get to know the chakras, and you're going to get to know yourself a little bit. I have this linked right up in my snip feed as well. If you are looking for something that's a little bit more in depth, and you're looking to use chakras to heal other people and heal yourself, This chakra healing book is amazing. It talks about like relieving ailments through the chakras or helping people with medical issues through using chakra healing. So if you're interested in this, if you're interested in Reiki or energy healing, this is the book for you. I have it in English and Spanish in my link above. Okay? I just wanted to put that out there. And one more book I want to talk to you guys about because I'm in this book is called 9 Psychics. Okay, so if you are just new to awakening or ascension and you want to learn about tarot, oracle cards, what an empath is, you want to learn about Akashic records or telepathy, it's all in this book, okay? And then there's 9 interviews with 9 different psychics. And I'll tell you, if you had an idea about what a psychic should look like, there's 9 completely different ones in this book, and they all have different experiences. They came into their abilities at different times. Some don't even like that they have their abilities. So if you're one of those people, you might even relate to this gentleman in this book. So this is always linked. 9 Psychics is linked in my bio. M.Wood is the author, and I think it's about $14. You can also get it for cheaper on Kindle. So check those books out. I really do feel like it will help you on your journey. I appreciate you guys being here. I am going to end it a little short, but please check that out. The link and the stuff for my readings will be in my bio after this live. I'll be on in just a little bit later to check my messages, to check the readings, and then I'll be live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 2 p.m. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I appreciate you. I see you guys talking, but I see you guys in here. Hi. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. I know you guys are still chatting. If you find me on Instagram, we can continue this chat. If you have a couple things or questions you need answered, and then I can direct you to a readings if you have any questions, okay? Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye. Bye. And if you ordered a reading yesterday, they will be uploaded really soon, the next couple hours, okay? Take care, guys.